Islam, Shalom, Hola, Aloha, Bonjour, Assalamu Alaikum, Osio. It's your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor, coming to you live in full effect. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell down below so you can be notified whenever I'm dropping new content. Leave a comment, interact with me. Thank you. I really do appreciate your viewership. Let's jump into another one. Back at it again. Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. More definitions for your dome piece. Let's jump into it. Hopefully everything's legible. Hopefully you can read everything. Don't forget you can pause and read the definitions at your own leisure. All right. First, I want to start off with sue. To commence or to continue legal proceedings for recovery of a right. To proceed with as an action and follow it up to its proper termination. To gain by legal process. All right. I want you to get that down. That's a suit. All right. So you sue, file suit. That's what you're doing. Now, a type of suit, we're going to call this a tort. Okay, we'll start off here. Look, a private or civil wrong or injury, a wrong independent of contract, a violation of a duty imposed by general law or otherwise upon all persons occupying the relation to each other with which is involved in a given transaction. All right, some sort of contract, a given transaction. All right, let's see. The three elements of every tort are existence of a legal duty from defendant to plaintiff, breach of duty, and damages as approximate result. All right, now let's check out personal tort. All right, so a personal tort is different from property tort. It says one involving or consisting in an injury to the person or to the reputation or feelings, all right, as distinguished from an injury or damage to real or personal property called a property tort. All right, so you can file a personal tort against someone who's wronged you during contract by reputation damage or feelings. All right, feelings or reputation damage. All right, i.e., if you ever heard of pain and suffering, when someone files a personal suit or injury of some sort and they ask for damages via pain and suffering, that will be personal tort. See, reputation, feelings, injury to it. All right, hopefully you get that. All right, I want to check out this one right quick. Trauma. It says in medical jurisdictions, a wound. All right, is any injury to the body caused by external violence. All right, now we know that we have newer, more revised versions of trauma, as in not just pertaining to injury, external injury to the body, but we know of mental trauma and also emotional trauma. All right, we take those into consideration now, but those legal terms and definitions for trauma was not included in back then during this time. All right, so let's check out traumatic. Caused by or resulting from a wound or any external injury, as traumatic insanity produced by an injury to or fracture of the skull with consequent pressure on the brain. All right, traumatic insanity. That's if someone has like a skull fracture or some type of pressure on the brain due to a skull injury. Blunt force trauma. Someone can have, it says, traumatic insanity. We can also say like stuff like PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, things like that. See how we have those terms now when it comes to talking about trauma of past actions, not just to the physical body, but this is the medical jurisdiction. All right. Okay. Let's continue moving right along here. Let's see. Hopefully everything's legible. Hopefully you can see everything. I wanted to read. Give me 1 second. Please bear with me. I'm going to check out wrong. All right. A violation of a legal right of another. An invasion of the right to the damage of the parties who suffer it, especially a tort. All right. So if someone has done you a wrong, they violated your right in some way, shape, or form, and you can tort them. Let's see. Private wrong. The violation of public or private rights when considered in reference to the injury sustained by the individual and consequently as subject for civil redress or compensation. All right. See, wrongful, injurious, heedless, unjust, reckless, unfair. Wrongful act. Any act which in the ordinary course will infringe upon the rights of another to his damage. All right, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to infringe on the rights of anyone else and cause them damage. Personal property, real property, personal injury. Let's see, unless it is done in the exercise of an equal right or superior right. See, that's the only time. I find that very, very important. If you're exercising an equal right on equal grounds or a superior right, someone who has a superior right can wrong someone who has a inferior right. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of seems like some type of tier system, like people who would be considered nobility could be potentially shielded because it could be said that they have a superior right. You know what I'm saying? That's very interesting. Let's check this out before we end it. Wrongful conduct. All right, conduct which contravenes duty of. Sorry, my apologies. Conduct which contravenes some duty which law attaches to relations between parties affected. All right, so what it means is whatever is stated in that contract, the parties are bound to it for the most part. It says, see, therefore, like it will be a duty, and once people or once parties enter into a legally binding contract and both parties agree and the contract is completely legal and lawful, full disclosure on both sides, if one party violates said contract with another, they're doing wrongful conduct and they're violating the duties of that contract, which means it's a breach of law, which means that will entitle the other party to said damages, the ability to tort the wrong party. The plaintiff has the ability to tort the defendant and potentially recoup damages. All right. So hopefully everything was legible. Hopefully this helped anybody who was going through any type of legal proceeding, anybody who has any questions about lawsuits, personal damages, property, torts, things like that. So once again, this is your brother Zach Bay. Peace.